Oh my gosh. Okay, starting on a positive note, this is literally the third time I've tried to record this video. So as you'll probably see in the thumbnail, I have a different sweater on because that sweater I was wearing was just too thick and it's getting really hot in here, so I had to change sweaters. The first time, I wasn't even recording at all, and I don't know how I didn't notice that. The second time, as everyone with a DSLR knows, it only records up to 10 minutes and then it cuts out. So I hit the 10-minute mark and I didn't notice, and then I kept talking for another like 10 minutes and none of it was captured. I end the video and I'm like, bye guys! Thanks for joining me in this video. And I look down and it's not recording. Third time's the charm, right? Okay, so thanks for joining me for another episode of Yay or Nay. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Alba Botanica Even Advanced CC Cream. Let's start with where I got this. So I bought this product in Spokane, Washington. I'm actually from Canada, but the nearest shopping area, I guess, is in Spokane, which is about 2.5 hours away from me. So I got this at Target and it was about $13, between $13 and $14 before tax, which I find for the size of the product and how much product I need to use, it's a decent price. It's a good price, especially because it's on more of the natural side. I do use a lot of Alba's other skincare products. I use their scrubs, I use their shampoos, their soaps, their body butters, their moisturizers, all that, and I really, really like them. So it comes in a box like this, and I will read to you what it says on the front. It's Even Advanced CC Cream, Tinted Mineral Perfector, SPF 15, 6-in-1 color correction. It evens, corrects, brightens, protects, hydrates, and smooths. And unfortunately it only comes in 2 shades, but I feel like it's pretty blendable. I feel like it's just slightly tinted. I don't think it really makes that big of a deal, but it only has two flavors, 2 shades in fair to light and light to medium, and I have the shade light to medium. So I'm not going to read you the active ingredients side because it's really, there you go. See, it's really, really long, so I'm not going to read you that. But it says, this is what it claims to do. It's for a picture perfect complexion. Discover our 6-in-1 multi-miracle color correcting, CC, so that's what we know, that's what it stands for. CC Cream. Instantly, it delivers tone-correcting advanced skincare and almost undetectable light coverage. Feather Light Mineral Makeup blends flawlessly to give skin a smooth, even airbrush finish. Meanwhile, our antioxidant-rich marine complex of algae extracts and vitamin C replenish and moisturize while helping break up areas of discoloration. All that, and it won't clog your pores? What more could a girl want? It actually says that on there. What more could a girl want? A lot of things. It's non-comedogenic and 100% vegetarian ingredients. So no animal testing, artificial colors, synthetic fragrances, parabens, phthalates, it's pH, phthalates, phthalates, I don't know. Sodium lauryl and laureth sulfate or sodium myrrh sulfate. So that's pretty good. I'm more of a natural gal. I try to stay on the more natural side, so that's why I don't really use a lot of like creams and foundations from, say, like Maybelline and Rimmel and all of them, because they do tend to have a lot of chemicals and a lot of not very good ingredients in it. Not bashing those brands, but I mean, that's just the facts. So it comes in a 1.7 ounce bottle, and it feels and looks and smells like a sunscreen. It smells like a sunscreen. The bottle looks like a sunscreen. If you press really hard on the bottle, a lot comes out. So if you got heavy fingers, be careful because a lot's going to come out and you're going to waste it. I don't know, it's weird. I kind of like the smell. It just smells like a sunscreen. And speaking of sunscreen, yeah, the consistency is a lot like a sunscreen as well. So basically it's a tinted sunscreen and it has SPF 15, which I already read. I use about a dime size. I'll tell you how I apply it. I use about a dime size, put it on my fingers, and I evenly spread it out on my face. I just do dots like other people use liquid foundation. And before I apply it, I should tell you, I apply a small, light layer of moisturizer all over my face, and I usually concentrate on the outer or the inner corners of my nose here because it gets very dry there. And then after that, I apply the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Foundation Primer all over my face. And then I apply the CC cream and I blend it all in with my fingers first. I make sure it's evenly spread all over my face. And then I use the Beauty Blender to just airbrush it, you know, make it look super clean and smooth and blended. Blend. So you can use your fingers, you can use any foundation brush. I mean, whatever you use to blend in your foundation now, you can do the same thing. You can get away with just using your fingers, but I feel like using a brush or the Beauty Blender or whatever gives it just a little extra blend, and I blend it all in my neck and make sure it's all blended out. After you apply it, it does apply quite nicely. At first it feels sticky and it feels kind of like you're not gonna like it, and it's kind of like, ew, I'm just applying a thick sunscreen on my face. But after you blend it in, it actually blends out quite nicely. It is a little, goes a long way, so kind of just test out how much you need, because I mean, you can always add more, but you can't take away. So add whatever amount that you need first, and after you've applied it, it does kind of give you the dewy finish. If you don't want to put a setting powder, it's gonna look wet and it's gonna look sticky, I admit. It does look very wet and shiny, so I feel it's required that you would need a setting powder. And the setting powder that I use is Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals, just the translucent kind, not the tinted kind. So I just get a stippling brush and I just stipple that all over my face, and I actually do apply concealer before the translucent powder. I just apply some under my eyes and just on little areas of my face where I feel it's needed, and then I apply powder and sometimes a setting spray, not usually, but just do whatever you do, girl. Do you, girl? I do have combination skin, so throughout the day I do get a little bit shiny on my T-zone, but that's kind of just normal for me. I mean, that happens when I wear any other foundation. And the foundation that I have been using for years and years and years is the Bare Minerals Matte Powder Foundation. And now that I found this stuff, this has replaced my foundation completely, because I used to have really bad acne for this past fall and earlier this year. My face was really bad and I would break out a lot on my cheeks and on my chin and pretty much everywhere. So I finally got that under control, and now my skin is actually relatively clear, so that's nice. And this stuff is just kind of like the perfect thin, light layer that I need to cover everything up, and then I just add a little bit of concealer and I'm good to go. So if you do struggle with acne and other facial problems, anything like that, I find that this might be too light for you. You might need to go with a foundation on top, so maybe you could just use this as your tinted moisturizer and then just apply your foundation as normal and your concealer, and you'd probably be good to go. But if you're looking to just use a CC cream, I wouldn't recommend just using this as your foundation like I do. Yeah, so I do find the need to blot during the day, and I mean, that's life. If you're trying to find the perfect foundation that will never make you shiny or oily, then keep looking, and good luck on your journey, because I don't think you're going to find it. And if anyone has, then praise God. So another awesome thing that I found about the CC cream is when I used to use my Clean Slate Poreless foundation primer from Tarte, I couldn't use it with a powder because obviously a foundation primer is going to need liquid, it's going to need moisture, because every time I tried to use a foundation primer, it dried out my skin so bad, and I thought it was just me having an allergic reaction to these primers, so I'd throw them all away. But then I finally found out that it was actually the powder that dried it out, because it needs moisture to stay moist. Funny how that works. So now that I use this CC cream, I can actually wear my foundation primer all over my face and it doesn't dry me out at all, and it's just hallelujah. Now I don't have any pores and my skin can look nice, and it's awesome. And the other thing about foundations that I found, liquid foundations I found with my own skin, it would accentuate every single blemish that I had. It would just be cakey around the blemish and it would be gross, and I have a lot of blonde hair on my face, so it would just like accentuate every single hair, and it was just so embarrassing, and it would look good in my mirror. See, I gotta get a new mirror because my makeup vanity, I would look so good and I'd be like,
oh, girl, I am looking fine today. And I'd go out and I'd be like, just fiercing it all over the place.
And then I'd go look in like natural light in like the car mirror and I'd be like, have I been walking around like this all day? Unfortunately, yes I had. That's the nice thing about this CC cream. It's really light and it's just the perfect coverage for me. So without rambling on further, I definitely highly recommend this product and I give it a thumbs up. It is definitely a yay for sure. Don't take my word for it. Go and get the stuff yourself and try it out, and if you love it, awesome, and if you don't, I'm sorry. That was my review for the Alba Botanica CC cream. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see any more reviews or maybe even makeup tutorials, please hit subscribe and tune in to the next video. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching!